When it comes to flexing untold wealth, no one does it quite as well as Middle Eastern royalty. With total control over all that natural resource wealth, Arabian rulers have shown that they aren't scared to splurge big on luxury. From haircuts that cost more than your car to $450 million paintings, we're about to dive into the insanely opulent lives of the world's richest Arab kings. And let me tell you, some of the things they own will shock you. Now for number 1, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. If you had a problem keeping up with the length of his name, then just wait till you see the length of his wealth. Sheikh Tamim is the Emir of Qatar and has been for the past decade. Qatar is one of the richest nations per capita on the planet, so you can imagine their supreme ruler is packing. And he is indeed packing, with a net worth of over a whopping $1.5 billion. Sheikh Tamim has also shown that he's not afraid to throw bags of money at things he really loves, like one of the most expensive yachts ever built. Yes, the Emir reportedly owns the Qatara, an almost $400 million mega yacht with a 124-meter-long helipad and several decks that can accommodate dozens of guests. His family is also worth upwards of quite an unbelievable $330 billion, and they own an exclusive airline called the Qatar Amiri Flight, which has not one, not two, but 14 aircraft, including 3 Boeing 747-8 jets that cost over $400 million each. That's just absurd, but he does have 13 kids, so the math probably makes sense when you think really hard about it. When it comes to cars, the Emir picks the classiest and most luxurious of the bunch. His garage is stacked with several Bugattis, like the $5.4 million Devo, the $2.9 million Chiron, and the $1.9 million Veyron. He also has a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a Mercedes-AMG 6x6, and at least 2 Lamborghini Centenarios, which cost anywhere between $3 and $6 million. The Emir is also something of an art lover, as he has spent millions of dollars to bolster his collection of paintings. According to ArtNet News, the Emir owns the $72.8 million white center painting from Mark Rothko and the $63.4 million Men in Her Life painting from Andy Warhol. But most importantly, he also owns NFTs, and this confirms he's a true art lover. The Emir loves sports a lot, so he set up Qatar Sports Investments, which he used to acquire French club Paris Saint-Germain for $75 million back in 2011. So maybe he wasn't just trying to sports wash his regime's image by having Qatar host the World Cup last year, huh? Number 2, King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa is the King of Bahrain. He ascended the throne in 2002 after being emir for about 3 years. As the King of Bahrain, he has control over billions of dollars which come into the country, and personally has a net worth estimated to be around a staggering $5 billion. And, of course, with great wealth comes great splurge responsibility, and the King of Bahrain certainly doesn't disappoint. The king loves to spend some time at sea, so he owns not 1, but 2 luxury yachts, the $40 million CRN Al Wali and the insane $250 million Lursen yacht Al Raya. When chillin' time is over and he has business to tend to, then the king can just use either of his $400 million Boeing 747 private jets, which have interiors costing over $100 million. When he's not riding in expensive jets or yachts, the king is riding in expensive horses? Well, yeah, the Bahraini royal family love equestrian so much that they're willing to spend as much as possible to get a horse which they fancy. The king has purchased over 300 horses since he ascended the throne, and his son even bought a horse for an insane $3.2 million. Yes, for a horse. And we're definitely not going to forget about the supercars. King Hamad is one of McLaren's VIP customers, and in 2007, Bahrain's sovereign wealth fund became McLaren's highest shareholder. So the king has a custom-made, super luxurious 2008 SLR Roadster with a special yellow paintwork, a black carbon trim interior, and so much more. And this whip only cost the king a mere $573,000. Not a lot is actually known about the vast things King Hamad owns, but going by what is known, it's safe to say that there's a lot more where that came from. Number 3, probably the best multitasker on this list, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum not only acts as the ruler of Dubai, but he also serves as the vice president, prime minister, and minister of defense of the United Arab Emirates. Talk about an insane portfolio. Holding all of these positions in a rich nation like the UAE only means one thing: more money. And Sheikh Mohammed has an insane amount of it, over $15 billion to be precise. And if the theme of this video is luxury, then the Sheikh might as well be the president. For starters, the Sheikh loves expensive real estate, unsurprisingly so. According to The Guardian, he copped a Long Cross estate in Surrey, England for a whopping $95 million and spent $16.5 million on another mansion just a few dozen miles away in Woodhay. He also has a $22 million home in Belgravia, and that's definitely not the last of his mansions, as he has unreported real estate all over the world. Just like any other royal, Sheikh Mohammed has his own fleet of yachts, which could make most of the royals on this list look broke in comparison. He owns yachts such as the $35 million Dubawi, the $70 million Smeralda, and the $180 million Quattrelle. But the mother of them all is the Dubai yacht. Initially designed for the Prince of Brunei, this colossal masterpiece was eventually completed for the ruler of Dubai, with a top speed of 30 miles per hour, a 90-guest dining room, and a submarine, amongst other things. This luxurious monster set the Sheikh back a staggering $400 million. As the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed is expected to fly luxury anywhere he goes, and he's well equipped for this. He has not one, but two $400 million Boeing 747 jets luxuriously customized for only the finest of royals. Cars are pretty mundane when you're talking about Arabian royalty, because they could get almost any car, but not many can get a golden Rolls-Royce Phantom like the Sheikh. With a completely gold-plated exterior, this car is the epitome of opulence and cost the Sheikh a staggering $8 million. This supercar almost overshadows the fact that he has a $1.8 million Bugatti Veyron, a $2 million customized DeVille 16, a $4.8 million Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, and at least 20, yes, we said 20, Mercedes G63 AMGs, which cost about $190,000 each. We've talked about the Sheikh spending on things he owns, even though we couldn't touch them all. But how about spending on things he loses? Well, he spent an insane $730 million in divorce settlement to his ex-wife, Princess Aya bint Hussein. Damn, this guy makes even losing a wife sound luxurious. Now, number 4. Mohammed bin Salman is supposed to be the heir to the Saudi throne, but he acts more or less like the leader, as the aging King bin Abdulaziz Al Saud has handed most of the reins to him. Bin Salman now has near total control over the immense wealth of the state and is estimated to have a net worth of around $25 billion. With all that money in his pocket, Mohammed bin Salman makes it obvious to everyone that he's filthy rich. The 38-year-old has a fleet of luxury cars that would put most billionaires to shame. In his garage, he has a $3 million Bugatti Chiron, a $1.2 million gold-plated Lamborghini Aventador, a $1.6 million Mercedes-Benz 600 Pullman limo, and a $1.8 million Aston Martin 177, amongst others. The Crown Prince also has a massive real estate portfolio and allegedly owns the 7,000 square meter Chateau Louis XIV, which is regarded as the world's most expensive home. This massive mansion comes with a state-of-the-art cinema, a nightclub, and a flashy gold-leafed fountain. There's even a wine cellar, even though alcohol is technically banned in Saudi Arabia. The price? Well, only a paltry $300 million. The yacht wars are strong in this video, and bin Salman owns the world's third largest super yacht, the Serene. With massive decks containing swimming pools, health spas, a nightclub, an outdoor cinema, and an underwater viewing room, this super yacht set the prince back an astonishing $400 million. But this isn't his only yacht, as he also owns the $44 million Pegasus 7, which is every bit as luxurious as you'd expect. We were obviously not going to pass up on talking about the Crown Prince's private jets, as he also owns a $450 million luxuriously customized Airbus A380 private jet, as well as a $150 million Boeing 747. His collection of high-end watches also costs in excess of $50 million, with the most notable being the Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime, which is estimated to cost over $30 million. For the Crown Prince, time is truly expensive. Mohammed bin Salman also has an eye for art and is the owner of the Salvator Mundi, one of the few preserved paintings from the great Leonardo da Vinci. He had to pay a mind-boggling $450 million to secure the painting, which he put in his super yacht. Talk about putting the price in priceless. At number 5, if there's any one part of the Arabian royalty that can one-up Crown Prince bin Salman when it comes to opulence, it's the Sultan of Brunei, Hassanal Bolkiah. With a net worth of $30 billion, he was once the richest man in the world, and this man is an absolute personification of luxury. Starting with his insane palace. If you've never heard about it, the Istana Nurul Iman Palace is the largest palace in the world, with an area covering the better of 2 million square feet. The dome of the palace is embellished with 22-karat gold, and it features 5 swimming pools, 257 baths, over 1,500 rooms, scores of horse barns with actual air conditioning, and 110 garages. It is estimated that this palace cost the Sultan around a staggering $310 million. If you're wondering why the Sultan has 110 garages in his palace, well, it's because he has a fleet of not 5, not 50, not even 500, but 7,000 vehicles. That's even more vehicles than his garages can fit. The fleet features the only right-hand drive Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR in the world, as well as over 300 Ferraris and 500 Rolls-Royce cars, including a gold-plated one, and is estimated to be worth almost $5 billion. If you've gotten this far into the video, then regular private jets might sound boring to you. However, you're in luck, because Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah doesn't do regular. His Boeing 747 comes gold-coated and is customized all over with, of course, solid gold and rare crystals. It may have cost him well over $400 million to achieve this, but who's complaining? Probably not him, because he reportedly also copped a $200 million Airbus A340 for his daughter. The Sultan is also something of an Uncle Nature, if you will, with a private zoo which is home to around 30 Bengal tigers, cockatoos, flamingos, and talking falcons. Might need to do some more research on that part. He might be an animal lover, but the Sultan also loves some fine art and purchased the young girls at the piano oil painting by French Impressionist Pierre-Auguste Renoir for $70 million. You'd expect the kings on this list to spend a lot in grooming themselves to look fit for their wives, but the Sultan takes this to the next level. He spends $20,000 on a haircut? That's more expensive than my car. He allegedly also pays his barber $12,000 to fly first class for home service. Sounds like it's time for me to get myself some clippers and a revolving chair. So there you have it, some of the richest Arabian kings of all time and how they spend their insane wealth. Which of their purchases shocked you the most? And what would you buy if you had all that money? Please let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, then leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon to turn on notifications to stay updated with all our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.